record crowd. All right, so this is I'm not even thinking about what I was going to say. Sorry, I'm late. I had a few extra visitors at practice I want to say hello to. So at any rate, just what up? Yeah, every day, twice a day, we say, we go through some of our core values, and we talk about, our love for the University of Michigan, and then we end up by saying, and one day we'll be champions, right? Start practice, end of practice every day. And here we are, and it's March 8th, and tomorrow we're playing to be champions. So it doesn't get much better than that, and that's all it is. So we're excited. We've had a good time to retool a little bit, to also get some rest, right, and get ready for this. What's going to be hopefully, it's a great basketball game. They can put it on people and blow people out, or we can do the same thing. But hopefully, it's a really good basketball game. Hopefully, we have just enough in us to be able to be one of the best basketball programs in the last 2 decades, 3 decades, anywhere in the United States. Tremendous basketball program, and we got work to do. So excited about it. Charles was able to practice a little bit today, practice a little bit yesterday. He'll be out there. He'll go through warm-ups. He'll let us know how he feels. So that answers that question.
Ethan.
John, what effect has Charles's absence had on the way you run offense?
We have to change. It's just like anything that we do, Ethan, is that we do not coach a system, right? It's way overblown. We move our system or our program to what fits our players. So there's some other things that we can do, which I won't tell you, that we'll do when Isaiah's in the lineup. And you'll have to figure that out by yourself. But you're not going to stand there and say, run the same plays for Charles that we run for Isaiah, or the same action. That necessarily wouldn't be the right idea, but there is whatever he can handle, right, that Charles did before, we'll do. Whatever we don't think he's ready to handle, we won't do.
All right. John, when it comes to the biggest regular season games you coached in, where does this one fall?
We've had a lot of big regular season games. You know when the big regular season games are? Is when you don't go to the NCAA tournament if you don't win that last game, right? Those are big regular season games, right? So this is important. This is great. Whoever wins it can be champion, right? And we're going after that championship, and so we're not going to look back and say we have two other chances to win a championship. No, this is the championship we want to win, but it's not. I'm not going to put it as this is the greatest game of all time. It's a great game between two really storied and solid and clean programs.
And when you're looking at keeping your guys measured or balanced, is there difficulty in doing so when mistakes are so high?
I don't think so. I think we learned a lot from the last time. I think we learned a lot from to be in games like this where there's so much passion from the crowd, right? That you have to really play the way we normally play. I thought we did a great job of that. I'm not looking in the stands at Maryland, but I'm sure you guys were, and see how charged up that atmosphere is. And we played the right way the whole time. We didn't play for any other reason but to win as a team.
Aria?
John, your teams have been kind of known for peaking in March. Do you see that happening again this year with?
Well, I wish I could predict that. If we do that again, you know what you can't figure out is what you're doing right. You really can't. You always can figure out what you're doing wrong. And in years where we haven't peaked in March, right, there was something wrong, and I probably know it. But why you play well at the end of the season, I don't know what it is. I think if I had been assistant coach for 15, 20 years and I had all this other knowledge, hopefully our teams have been playing well for a long time in March. But it hasn't always happened. It hasn't always happened. So this is one. Hopefully we've done the right things. We got enough. The rest is the biggest thing. How do you stay sharp and get rest? It's not so easy.
Brendan?
When it comes to defending Winston, obviously he was elite.
Oh, he's unbelievable that game. He's unbelievable. And he's been all season.
When you kind of look back at that, how much of it is, you're okay with the plan and the execution versus changing the plan and the execution?
Oh, we did not forget about the plan. We did not execute. That was the biggest thing. We did not execute. So we got to execute better. And he's so deceptive with his quickness and his in-between game. We'd never seen anything like that. And I think that he gave us a great dose of that, right? His in-between game, and plus the drop-offs, right? When we needed to stop him the most when they made that run at the end.
Is he one one of those kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't guys?
Absolutely. No, he's pick your
He
poison.
agree, but he can't.
Pick your poison. And we've watched it all over the place. How are you going to play them? That, now you know why the NBA has 100-point games, because the point guards are so elite at fine. You know, you have all these great athletes. Wait a minute, they're scoring 120 points. Because good point guards can find the right. You got to have to give up something. And what I think is very different right now is Goins is a fifth-year guy right now, has been a real key for them, right? To be able to, he's been huge for them down the stretch here. And then, you know, I hate that they have the injuries. Those are two really good kids. But McQuaid's playing 38 minutes a game, and he is a loaded guard. Xavier always knows where he is, and that's a difficult one to get to, too. And the other guys know, they really know how to play right now. They're doing a great job of finding the open man. The ball never sticks. It moves.
Chris?
You talked about the importance of transition defense last time. Were you okay with the way you guys?
Yeah, and you know, I think that they still are going to run it right down our backs if we're not careful, right? But I don't think it's as strong this year as it's been in the past, but we have to do that, and they're going to give up something. You know, we can't have four guys crashing the backboard, right? And say, okay, where's our defensive transition? We have to give up something at the same time. We got to just do a great job. But it's not easy to defend, and practicing it, you know, can wear you out too. But I think we will be better than last time. So will they, and that's all there is to it.
And then obviously the NTSB report that came out yesterday. You've been kind of waiting on that.
Yeah, and I know it was sent to me. I think Larry and I haven't even looked at it. If I look at that thing, I think that, you know, the pilots we owe. I don't think we owe apologies to, because we didn't really know. There was no blame phase. Now, if that's right, and we ended up, you know, our lives were all saved because of that, I mean, we got to step back and really think about that. I got a letter from Marcia Irvin this morning, a text from her, long and passionate about what happened that day.
Do you prepare as if Nick Ward is going to play?
You know, that they're going to be the same team, just have more talent, more depth with Nick. They're going to have a lot of talent either way, right? And they've done a great job. Kithier's going in there. So we've tried to prepare for both is the answer.
Zach?
With the got a couple extra days rest, I know you mentioned you wanted the rest. Did you get the benefit from it that you were hoping as far as?
But we'll find out Saturday.
Okay.
We'll find out Saturday. We tried it. Monday we went very light. Wednesday they had off. Yesterday we didn't go as hard as we usually go 2 days out. Today we were there for 2 hours. Right? We had a walk through for 15. So we probably went, and foul shifts, we probably went for 95 minutes hard with the stretching and all of that. I used to stretch back when I was early coach. We'd stretch 3 minutes is up, get out of here. Now we stretch for 12 minutes. There's all this stuff, so we put that in there too.
And then you mentioned on Sunday they're as locked in as you've seen or as focused as you've seen. Does that continue?
I think we learned valuable lessons all season long, and that was, you know, whether it was Iowa, whether it was Wisconsin, right, Penn State, we turned out to be really good, right? And I think we've learned from every game. And so, but again, they have a great coach. They're on scholarship. They got great players, right? This is why it's a wonderful college basketball is a great game. Nobody's got like the salary cap, and they're a small city and they can't afford certain players and things like that. We got two great programs that the ball is going to bounce somebody's way, and they're going to win. And like I say, some years we're going to split. Some years we're going to sweep. Some years they're going to sweep. And it's just going to keep happening, right, over and over again, because we got two great programs.
Jen?
John, what kind of additional, I know that you don't need additional motivation, and there's plenty of it for this game and this rivalry and the championship on the line, but the fact that they came in here and beat you in your building, how much do you think is that on your players' minds to be able to give that back to them?
Yeah, I'll just tell you how I would think of it. If ever we went on the road, anytime we went on the road and they're coming back to here, those are our most difficult, stressful days. But Tom's a pro at this. He ain't going to let those guys, hey, you beat them at home, it's automatic here. That's not going to happen with Tom Izzo. But that's, so you spin that around, right? They did come here and beat us, so it's possible. So, you know, it's but I don't think it's like a motivating revenge factor or anything. We got it's not going to be about our passion. It's going to be about execution in our brains, how they work. Got to value every possession, take good shots, right? Play to win. So that's it.
Andrew?
Last time defensively, you said they did things you've never seen them ever do before. I guess if they do that again, how confident are you that you'll handle it better?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, and we've tried to tweak some things, but we don't change a lot too, right? But we'll try to tweak a few things here and there.
I guess more specifically, if they switch and they've got small guys on John down low.
We're not going to throw it to them. We want to shoot step back threes the whole time. No throwing into the 7'1" guy on the 6-foot guy. Absolutely not.
All right.
Step back three. That's our plan.
Aria?
What was the reaction when Purdue lost to Minnesota and, this game ended up being, what's going to be for the Big Ten now?
I was actually flying during the game, but I've learned that I can with Delta, I can text, right? And so my wife, I had to put her through that, where she texted me the entire game. And I had to say, remind her that the time is really important in this. Because she would say they're up by 4. Okay, how much time? Well, we got through all that, and there were some pauses where I'm not very good with the TV timeout. But we got through it, and by the time we landed, I knew the score, and I was happy. But it's great for college basketball, but it's great for these two programs. It's a 20-game season, and it comes down 20-game, and it comes down to this. And we got Northwestern, right, played really well the other day. And Northwestern, has been very good at home at times. So this is a great opportunity as well to maybe one of us could win the all-out championship.
Was there anything like in practice, was the mood different or anything after Purdue lost?
No, because we had the next day off. So no, we just moved on. I mean, we moved on because I think they had all noted for a whole day.
James?
John, you obviously know how hard it is to get to this point, to have this change.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need to say to the guys, or do you?
No, I think we'll be very fun. What I don't want to do is overcoach here, but we're going to have our traditional game day. But we're not going up there tonight. We'll go up there tomorrow and get just do a few things, get some day rooms, let the kids rest for a second, eat, and go play the game. So no, we really got to approach there's so many games this season that this is one that you just got to go out and approach this for a championship. Yeah, but have we ever gone? If we don't beat Nebraska, we're not playing for the championship. So every game has that ramification. I do think that if I have one suggestion here is this is the way, like football ends with the Ohio State game, this is the way the season should end every year. Purdue should be playing Indiana either Saturday or Sunday. Those are the two real, rivals. I'm not sure whether the Minnesota-Wisconsin has for years been there. I'm not sure the level of the rivalry. But Illinois playing Northwestern, but we should be playing this weekend. What did we play last year? January 13th or something? It didn't play again. Now that we got the two games, this matters. It could come down to this again. For me as a coach, for Tom as a coach, or the people that coach after us, it should be the Michigan-Ohio State football game. It comes down to the last game.
And I have a Charles question.
Yes.
If he's able to go, is the expectation for him to play his normal minutes?
Well, we'll see what level he can go at, but maybe if he can just give us a rest, or maybe he can go full go, right? So that would be the expectation.
Nick?
We're being very careful with him, right? You guys, by the way, read way too much in what I say. When I said we have to get him ready for postseason, I didn't say because he's not playing against Michigan State, right? I did not say that. I just said we have to get him ready for postseason, which is, we got to get him ready for postseason, but that doesn't mean he's not playing. Okay, some of you are working really hard on stuff.
Yes, I wonder, because you brought it up, a game like this, as opposed to a game where your life was on the line in Canisius or wherever at the end of the practice.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about those? I know you probably don't.
No,
the difference and what those.
Nick, it's every year at this time. It's particularly with the CAA and the MAC, right? The MAAC. I will be watching out there, Iona. And let's say Niagara playing or something, right? Or let's say Iona and Canisius. Somebody's playing for the championship. And I just look at that bench, and I look at the family and the friends behind the bench. I said, that was me. I was coaching in that game You know, how did you even get through it? There's so much at stake. And the same thing when we see Richmond playing against somebody else in a championship, or anybody playing in the championship. It's like, I can't believe that I once did that. And we had a run where we were in it 4 years in a row, and we went 2-2 in it. And it's so hard to get there between two schools. So I do think about that, and I value it greatly because I know that's the only way. And maybe that's, to answer your question, why we've had success in March. When you're coaching that level, it all comes down to those 3 or 4 days. So during the regular season in January and February, you're coaching your team not for that particular game, because it really doesn't mean as much as the tournament. So you're coaching for the tournament. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Coach, I think that's going to do it.
Terrific.
Thank you.